and gentlemen, why don't you welcome the class of 2024 into the stadium.
Took it off the stadium speakers.
Yeah, it's just enough.
No one ever believed me. Okay, horns up. Ready?
seated. Good evening, class of 2024, friends and family, faculty and administration. It is with great pleasure to welcome you all to the Waynesboro's class of 2024 graduation ceremony. My name is Benjamin Royer, the treasurer of the class of 24, and I've been given the privilege to speak to all of you, commencing this evening's celebration. I would like to start by saying that the high school is filled with so many bright and wonderful individuals that only want to see you succeed. So remember to reflect upon and thank those who have helped you along the way, and strive to have a heart as kind as theirs. While sitting here today, I'm sure all of you have prosperous goals in mind for your future, but I'd like to remind you to take each day as it comes, understanding the importance of living as every day is a blessing. Remember to live life thoughtfully, interpret before you react, and that anything is possible through time and effort. I'm proud of all of you, and I know each and every one of you are capable of achieving amazing things. Good luck, class of 2024. I wish you all the best. If you are able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the national anthem and alma mater. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. The class of 2024 is the second class from WASHS where graduates are recognized following the Latin honor system, replacing valedictorian and salutatorian designations, which allows us to celebrate the accomplishments of many more graduates. Tonight, we recognize 41 graduates who earned cum laude recognition, 30 graduates who earned magna cum laude recognition, and 15 who earned summa cum laude recognition with a weighted cumulative grade point average of 100% or higher. The 15 summa cum laude graduates were offered the opportunity to speak on behalf of their class, and 3 submitted speeches for consideration. Each one of them was unique and short, so we've decided to include all 3 this evening. Our first summa cum laude speaker is Emma Coulter. Emma has been an active member of our student body, having been a member of our choirs, Science Olympiad, PA Math League, Brain Busters, and served as the president of 3 clubs this year, Envirothon, National Honor Society, and French Club. Emma was selected for homecoming court last fall and was a valued panelist during interviews to hire our new French teacher as Mrs. Bowerman is retiring this year. Emma also finished first in the class with a weighted cumulative GPA of 106.787%. Emma has been accepted to Princeton University, majoring in physics and minoring in dance, and during the 24-25 school year will be part of Princeton's Nova Gratz Bridge Year program, where she will be in Senegal. Please join me in welcoming Emma to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. McCallum. Sorry. Like many people, Barbie has been on my mind recently, but not for the reasons you might think. You see, one of my favorite movies growing up was called Barbie, Princess Charm's School. I mean, how could it not be? It has the word school in the title. The movie follows fish out of water Blair, who is dealing with a massive bout of imposter syndrome concerning her acceptance to this princess school. And to be fair, those at the school are not particularly fond of her either. But lucky for Blair, one teacher, Miss Privet, takes this student under her wing and gives the young girl a pivotal piece of advice. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. My little 10-year-old brain was blown by the wisdom of the Barbie writers, though I later learned these words were actually spoken by Eleanor Roosevelt and not created by the masterminds over at Mattel. But regardless, this phrase has stuck with me throughout, I will admit, my relatively short life. Eleanor Roosevelt, the powerhouse who worked 18-hour days, was told time and again of her inferiority in public life. She was not smart enough, not pretty enough, and most certainly undeserving of the nation's attention. But Eleanor refused to relent to these jealous voices, and today, she is remembered as one of the greatest human rights activists of all time. Odds are, as we enter this next stage of our lives, all of us are going to find ourselves in places and situations where we feel inferior. There are going to be those who will doubt us, tell us we are not good enough, and pick at all the things that make us who we are. We may even feel tempted to believe them, but I know we are capable of rising above this doubt. So, as we leave the safety of these halls, my hope is that none of you will let the world make you feel small. Not for liking Barbie or cowboy hats, not for who you love or where you come from. Our individual experiences, identity, and ideas will help this world grow, will help our world become stronger. Whatever you love, whoever you love it unabashedly and with determination. And please, don't let anyone take that passion away from you. If we are able to hold on to our convictions, if we're able to stand strong as Eleanor Roosevelt and Barbie did, I know the world will be our oyster, maybe even our pink sparkly oyster. Thank you.
Our second summa cum laude speaker is Gracie French. Gracie earned a weighted cumulative GPA of 102.165% while also being actively involved in school activities. She was a 3-sport varsity athlete who competed for the maiden soccer, basketball, and track and field teams, student council president a member of National Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, and was treasurer of both French Club and Art Club. Gracie was also part of the 2023 Homecoming Court and was an intern at the Buttonwood Nature Center, home of the Institute. Please join me in welcoming Gracie French to the podium.
Hello. My name is Gracie French, and I am one of the students in the class of 2024 that has the pleasure of graduating today. From where I'm standing, I see the faces of people I never got the pleasure to know, people I only saw occasionally, my casual friends, my best friends, and people I've been going to school with since I was about this little. While writing that last sentence out, I got an awful knot in my stomach because I realized just how close I was to graduating. We have spent 13 years together, going one by one from grade to grade, and today, hopefully not with tears in my eyes, I will get to announce some of those same people as they walk across the stage. This year alone, I feel that I have grown so much as a person, even in ways I didn't notice until months later. Looking back on my short life, I've gathered 7 things that I think are important to remember going forward. Number 1, this is not an ending. Yes, I understand that graduation can be very emotional. For some of you, though, I'm sure you've been counting down the days since freshman year. That's okay, too. You don't have to love high school to know that one of the best things you get from it is your friends. While some of us are leaving and others staying, more than likely something will change within these next few months for you. My favorite quote about friendship is that absence makes the heart grow fonder. The most important friends you will ever make in your life are those who support you even when they can't be there, the ones who can't wait to see you after being away, and the ones who make being with them feel as though you were never apart. Hold those friendships close. You may never find them again. Along all this being said, life moves on. Appreciate your time here for what it brought you and what it was, but remember that there is so much ahead of you. That leads me to number 2. A step is a step, no matter how small. Don't expect perfection in a day's time. You should always be striving to reach your dreams, but that means doing the little things along the way. Everyone here has a different path that they want to follow, and the roads to get there will be drastically different. Don't compare how far that you have gotten to somebody else because they don't know where you've been. Number 3, not everything is here forever. This one applies not only to people, but to the small things in your life as well. Go home and give your parents or grandparents a hug. Hang out with your siblings, make plans with your friends, pet your animals just a little longer today, watch the stars, go running, and rewatch your favorite movie just one more time. Appreciate them for the joy they bring you because one day they may be gone. Hand in hand with that is number 4, be appreciative. You are here right now about to walk across the stage to receive your diploma. Some people may never be able to do that. Remember that every day is a gift that some only pray for. Knowing that, laugh at everything funny, don't be afraid to jump for joy, make random strangers' days, and leave everywhere you go better than you found it, even if that's just by smiling. Be grateful for everything, and remember that kindness is a virtue. Here's where I thought I'd plug you. Thank you for my family. I love you guys. Number 5, why can't you? It's normal, but doubting your own abilities is what will hold you back. Only you know what you're capable of, and you should never let anyone sit there and tell that you can't do something. Prove them wrong. Then do it over and over again until they learn. What makes you strong is your ability to believe in yourself. Number 6, pride. There will always be people that tear you down in the worst ways possible. The only reasonable response is to hold your head high. Be proud of yourself for everything in your life. They don't know where you've been or what you've gone through to get where you are. Pride is one of the most powerful emotions, so use it well. And finally, number 7, go skydiving. First, I really just want to go skydiving, but also I'm sure that out of everyone sitting in front of me has had a thought about going skydiving, even if it was a fleeting thought that passed just as soon as it came. All I'm saying is do something daring. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Live life to the fullest every single day and have fun. Take the leap of faith, and let tomorrow be the first day of the rest of our lives. Thank you. At this time, I would like to formally introduce Superintendent Dr. Rita Sternerheim. Dr. Sternerheim has served the Waynesboro Area School District for 34 years. She began her career as a social studies teacher at Waynesboro Area Middle School. Her administrative career began as the assistant principal at Waynesboro Area High School. She was then promoted to the principal of Hooverville Elementary and then served as principal at Summit Elementary. In July of 2017, Dr. Sternerheim was appointed to the Waynesboro Area School District Assistant Superintendent position and assumed the role of superintendent of the district in February 2023. She's the proud parent of 2 WASHS graduates. Dr. Sternerheim is a graduate of Shippensburg University and Edinburgh University. She completed her doctoral work at Widener University. Working at Waynesboro has been an amazing experience. She is very proud of the work of her faculty, staff, and learners. Dr. Sternerheim is appreciative of the parental support for WASD and the incredible partnerships with the local community. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Rita Sternerheim to the podium.
Good evening. On behalf of the WASD administration and the school board directors, I want to welcome all the families and friends to this joyous occasion of celebrating the class of 2024. This evening and always, Burrow Pride speaks to the outstanding educational experience at WASD. It is a privilege for me to introduce our WASD Board of Directors. Mr. Mark Smith, President. Mr. James Marvin, Vice President. Mrs. Linda Zimmerman, Secretary. Mrs. Patty Strite, Treasurer. Dr. Wendy Royer, Mrs. Rachel Fortney, Mrs. Kimberly Miles, and Mr. Clint Pence. In addition, I have the privilege of introducing the Clayton Avenue Administration, Dr. Todd Deshawn, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Eric Holtzman, Business Administrator, and Mrs. Colleen Gildy, Director of Human Resources. And these fabulous ladies behind me, I have Dr. Diane McCallum, Principal, and Dr. Allison Kopko, Assistant Principal. To the class of 2024, well done. Your high school career was challenging due to a situation beyond your control, but you persevered. My legacy as a WASD principal is diminishing. Members of this class were in kindergarten when I left Hooverville, and my first year at Summit View, you were in first grade. Now is your time to shine. I'd like to share a portion of a poem entitled Dream Big. If there was ever a time to dare, to make a difference, to embark on something worth doing, it is now. Not for any grand cause necessarily, but for something that tugs at your heart, something that is your dream. You owe it to yourself to make your days count. Have fun, dig deep, stretch, dream big. Know that things worth doing are seldom easy. There will be good days and there will be bad days. There will be days when you want to turn around, pack it up, and call it quits. Those are the times I tell you that you are pushing yourself and you're not afraid to learn by trying. Persist. Because with an idea, determination, the right tools, you can do great things. Let your instincts, your intellect, and your heart guide you. Trust. The start of something new brings the hope of something great. Anything is possible. There is only one you, and you will only pass this way once. Do it right. Congratulations, class of 2024. At this time, I would like to ask School Director, Mrs. Kimberly Miles, to join me at the podium as we recognize the accomplishments of a member of the class of 2024 who sadly was not able to physically join us today. Peace lilies on the stage are presented in his memory. We welcome to the podium Stephen and Spencer Noggle accepting the diploma for their brother, Shade Noggle.
Commencement is a team effort, and I thank the high school office and custodial staff, technology department, high school faculty, district personnel, and Board of School Directors for making this school year and this ceremony a success for the class of 2024. I'd also like to thank Mr. Ritter and our band members for providing music for tonight's event, Mrs. Aristad and Mr. McElwam, who assist with graduation practice, and lastly, the fabulous Mrs. McLeaf, who handles all the little things that make graduation a beautiful event for everyone. Our annual all-school production this year was Into the Woods. In the show, characters from several well-known fairy tales wish for something, but then see the challenging consequences of the actions they must take in order to make their wishes come true. One song from the show, First Midnight, features different characters, each singing lines of advice. Jack's mother reminded the audience that slotted spoons don't hold much soup. The baker's wife, played by Kaylin Bowie, advised, "You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better that you see what you keep what you have." And Cinderella, played by Cassidy Wheeler, advised, "Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor." That line, "Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor," reminds me of working with high school students. While some days may have seemed longer than others, most seniors tell me that their time at WASHS has gone by so quickly, and I'm sure that your family and friends feel the same way. You've had just 13 first days of school. You've had 4 opportunities to be part of homecoming, and only 144 Thursdays to enjoy chicken and mashed potatoes in the cafeteria. This class has shown tremendous understanding that opportunity is not a lengthy visitor. There are numerous examples I could highlight, but I've selected just a few. First, 26 members of this class have officially committed to serve our country, and I would like to recognize them by name. So when I say your branch of service and your name, please stand, and we'll clap for each branch when we're completed. First, we have the United States Air Force, Air National Guard, and Air Force Reserves. We have 6 students: Michael Carpenter, Logan Clapsaddle, Donovan Hammond, Isabel Hess, Kyle Maldonado, and Brendan Monday. For the United States Army and Army National Guard, Chance Atkinson, Tanner Barver, Jeremy Blanks, Anthony Cannon, Noel Castillo, James Crutchfield, Brett George, Abby Kurtz, Alexis Pearson, and Zoe Van Gilder. And lastly, in the United States Marines, Joshua Brocato, Tyler Karen, Jacob Kimple, Luke Lair, Owen Long, Adam Minnick, and Caleb Naylor. Thank you. In addition, 3 students, Robert Howard, Garrett Price, and Nicholas Price, finished their academics at WASHS in the winter, left for basic training with the United States Marine Corps in January, and graduated in April. Garrett and Nick are currently at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina for infantry training, and Robert is at reconnaissance training at Camp Pendleton in California. We are sad that they aren't able to join us at today's ceremony, but please join me in thanking Robert, Garrett, and Nicholas for their service to our country. Next, during our Scholarship and Awards Night held on May 16th, we recognize 68 students who were awarded over $150,000 in scholarships. And I do thank all of you, because often this money comes from pancake breakfasts and events at our local vendors and things like that. So with those graduates who were recognized at awards night, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Today we have 14 members of the class of 2025 who took advantage of credit advancement opportunities and are finishing high school a whole year early. So would our 14 early grads please stand and be recognized? Through an interview and competitive selection process, students have the opportunity to learn a trade at the Franklin County Career and Technology Center, attending Career Tech for 1 semester, each for 3 years, and then completing their academic requirements at WASHS during the other semester. Among this class are 47 students who attended Career Tech for all 3 semesters and completed all of the requirements of their respective shops. So would those students please stand and be recognized? We also had lots of athletic accomplishments this year. I'm going to read them all, and then we'll all stand together. So outside of the classroom, we excelled at music as well as athletics. So we had 3 students who were part of district band. The boys and girls swimming and diving team were undefeated in the regular season, were Mid-Penn Colonial Division champs, and Brenner McElwam and Eve Phillips both medaled at the PIAA state track meet. The girls' track and field team were undefeated in the regular season, earned the Mid-Penn Colonial Division championship, and Jada Krieger and True Benshoff represented the maidens at the PIAA state track meet. And finally, members of our baseball team were the Mid-Penn Colonial Division co-champions and finished postseason earlier this week with a 4th place finish in the District 3 tournament. So would those people please stand? There should be a lot of you. Baseball, swimming, girls track, band. Thank you. And lastly, today is doubly special for 2 of our graduates, so I'd like to take advantage of this opportunity to wish Jason Han and Isabella Marie a very happy birthday. This year marks the 11th year of a tradition of recognizing a few WASHS graduates who exemplify what we call Burrow Pride. These graduates served as leaders among the school, represented our school, community, and themselves in a positive, respectful manner, and maintained a positive attitude in the face of any obstacle that came their way, all without the expectation of receiving any recognition. We are fortunate to have many of you that are deserving this award, but Dr. Kopko and I ultimately selected these 5 who we felt were representative of the class. So Dr. Kopko, would you please join me?
Our first Burrow Pride Award recipient is Marianne Horn. Come on up, Marianne. If you were part of the audience at this year's all-school production, you saw Marianne shine as the witch. All of Marianne's teachers describe her as the kind of student every teacher dreams of having in their classroom. Mrs. Dickey describes Marianne as someone who leads by example through hard work, dedication, creativity, and immense talent. Marianne's influence can be seen in a variety of ways at WASHS, including through theater, art, and our school broadcast. Marianne does all this not for accolades or awards. Instead, she does it for the good of the WASHS community. We are better because she has been a learner and a leader here. Marianne will be attending Millersville University to study early childhood education in pursuit of her dream to return to Waynesboro and teach at Hooverville Elementary, where she attended. Thank you for your contributions to WASHS, Marianne. The second graduate we would like to recognize is John Miles. John, There he is. John was a 3-year program completer at the Franklin County Career and Technology Center, where he studied diesel mechanics. All of John's teachers describe him as a kind, hardworking, and positive student who can always be counted on to greet teachers and his classmates with a smile and a kind word. John's diesel mechanics teacher, Mr. Grove, shared that John was a joy to have in class and kept a positive attitude, even in stressful situations. John excelled in the shop and would often stop what he was doing to help another classmate. We agree with Mr. Grove when he shared that the world needs more people like John in it. Thank you, John. Sorry about that. On with the show. Our next Burrow Pride Award recipient is Zamaria Diggs, affectionately known as Z. Z was part of the maidens softball team, NHS treasurer, and interned at Pictures Plus. Z's teachers describe her as focused and hardworking. She always has a smile and is a kind, encouraging presence for others. Her English teacher, Mrs. Baker, shared that Z is such a sweet, kind, and thoughtful student. She is so helpful and brings such great insight into our class discussions. Her hard work and determination is obvious in all of her successes in and out of the classroom. She is an amazing student all around. Following graduation, Z plans to attend James Madison University to study sports management. Thank you, Zamaria.
Our fourth graduate is Madeline Stoops. Mr. Hoffman describes Maddie as someone who puts her heart into everything she does, and the list of her involvement at WASHS is impressive. National Honor Society, German Club, a member of the choir, as well as swim and track teams. Maddie was the drum major for marching band this year and was also selected for homecoming court. About Maddie, our choir director, Mr. Wenzel, shared, to quote Stephen R. Covey, "Leadership is communicating the worth and potential of people so clearly that they see it in themselves." Maddie cares deeply about the people around her. In rehearsal and performance, not only does she do her best, but she also wants everyone around her to succeed together. In the fall, Madeline will be attending Shippensburg University to study middle-level science education. Thank you, Maddie. And the last graduate we'd like to recognize is William Boltz. At WASHS, Will participated in PA Math League, was the vice president for NHS, representative for class of 2024 Executive Council, a member of the Indian soccer team, and was selected to represent the soccer team on homecoming court. Will was also a member of our unified bocce team for the past 2 years. Coaches Holtzman and Basso described Will as a great bocce player, but more importantly, was supportive of his teammates and a role model for inclusivity on and off the court. Will's classroom teachers describe him as someone who works hard at every task, seeks to understand, not just get the right answer, and always maintains a positive attitude. Will plans to attend Penn State University to study supply chain management, but before that, with a cumulative GPA of 103.475, Will be our final summa cum laude speaker. Please join me in welcoming Will Boltz back to the podium.
Hello, parents, faculty, guests, and hello, class of 2024. My name is William Boltz. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. But to my fellow classmates, we all share a couple of things in common today. One of those being that we're tremendously overheated in these oversized dresses, and two, we've all completed a task that we should be so extremely proud of. A task that thousands of students each year fail to succeed at, an achievement that we should accept with pride. While I was sitting in my bed the other night preparing this speech, I came to the realization that in 3 months, the second stage of my life is beginning. I know that personally I'm scared, and I'm sure that a majority of the students in front of me are as well. In the end, we are just kids dealing with the unpredictable pressures of life and being expected to perform each day to the highest of standards. The truth is that every single person in this stadium doesn't know what position they'll be in 5 to 10 years. The only thing that we can do as humans is try to mold ourselves into the best version of who we are meant to be. A quote that I thought aligned perfectly with today was, "If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one." Dolly Parton. Whether we want to admit it or not, in a few years we'll be in full control of our lives. And yes, that means going to the doctors by ourselves. I know, pretty scary. But if you're scared about your own journey, or unsure like I am, remember that you have control. You're in the driver's seat. You can do incredible things. Whether you're going to university, joining the armed forces, taking up a trade, or even if you're not quite sure exactly what you want to do yet, I firmly believe that everyone in this crowd today has the opportunity to be something great. But the real question is, what are we going to do about it? The beautiful part about high school, and really anything in life, is that it's all about perspective. What some of you may have felt was 4 years of torture, others, including myself, saw 4 of the most influential years of our lives. 4 years of timeless memories, friendships, and stories that we'll tell our own kids someday while watching Office reruns on cable and suffer from back pain. If I learned anything in high school, it's that we shouldn't take the smaller things in life for granted. Whether it be the kind smile of teachers like Mrs. Dickey in the morning as we enter the building, or even the group hangouts in your friend's basement till 3 a.m. every weekend, soon they will only be memories that we ever so wish we could relive. As we continue our individual journeys, never forget that life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. Failure is inevitable, life isn't perfect, things won't go according to plan. Approach those hardships knowing that each and every one of you can make a substantial impact in this world, but also that without failure, achievement doesn't feel quite as sweet. Every single person here has a purpose, and every single person here is loved. I'm beyond excited to see the incredible things you guys achieve in your lifetimes. Congratulations to the Waynesboro class of 2024. Before I end, I owe a couple of thank yous. First of all, thank you to every single person in attendance tonight. Without the countless sacrifices you have made for us as graduates, none of this would have been possible in the first place. And secondly, thank you to the wonderful staff of this high school. Teachers, principals, and directors all have their own personal lives outside the school, and the immense amount of time they take each and every day to better us as students, both in the classroom and as people, should not go unnoticed. As I was reading over my speech one last time the other night, I still felt like I had more to say. So I scoured TikTok and the dreaded Wikipedia in search of any inspiring quotes that I could add. Although I was this close to quoting Gandhi or Oprah Winfrey, I soon realized that the most influential words come from those who mean the most to you. So in the wise words of one of my good friends, Nick Price, who wasn't able to make graduation today, as he is down in North Carolina for Marine Corps infantry training, you never realize you're in some of the best times until it's too late. Thank you and congratulations. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. Love you, Madison.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the senior class president, Sophia Showalter. Sophia was also the vice president of Student Council, a member of National Honor Society, and completed a marketing internship at the Greater Waynesboro Chamber of Commerce. Please join me in welcoming Sophia to the podium.
Sorry, everyone, my speech is a little bit longer. Good evening, families, faculty, and of course, graduates of the class of 2024. We are gathered here tonight to commemorate the moment we have been looking forward to since the fall of 2011. My name is Sophia Showalter, and I have had the honor of being your class president for the past 4 years. Shy, freshman Sophia deciding to take the risk and run for president on a whim was one of the best decisions I have ever made. All the hardships we have overcome, ranging from COVID to our awkward phases, and all the way to the school flood in 6th grade, we have truly earned our place in this ceremony tonight. Let us all take a moment in memory of Shade, a student we lost who should be walking the stage with us tonight. Those close to him have shared with me that he is a hard worker who always persevered through obstacles put in his way. He was someone who people were able to look up to. His ability to make those around him laugh is also a quality that he possessed. Coach Swink, his wrestling coach, shared with me how he could make everyone in a room smile. Let us take a moment of silence for him. Thank you. I never imagined in a million years I would be up on a stage presenting a speech to over 3,000 people. This moment is surreal, and I would like to thank everyone who supported me throughout the years. I'd first like to thank my family, who have given me all the resources and love I needed to make it to this stage today. Thank you, Dad, for helping me with my math homework, even though it was not the way you learned in school, and we had to basically learn it together. Thank you, Mom, for giving me the best advice and guidance I could have ever asked for. I would even like to thank my sister for being a great role model towards me. That is the first and last time I will ever admit that. Thank you to my grandparents, aunts, and uncles for coming to every one of my school events. It meant a lot. Thank you to my friends who have made these past 13 years so special. I wouldn't be up on the stage without the support and love from all of you. I would, of course, like to thank everyone who voted for me and supported my journey as your president. It was stressful and difficult at times, but in the end, it was so rewarding. And I would also like to thank a few teachers who have a great impact on me. Mrs. Aruba, thank you for pushing me to be my very best and truly proving to me that hard work pays off. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Moats, for being Mr. Moats for being a wonderful teacher, but for both of you for taking me and a lot of other students to Europe. And Mrs. Baker, thank you for being a great teacher and helping me with all my college essays. I wouldn't have gotten in without you. None of us got here today by ourselves. Whether it was your parents, your grandparents, your friends, or even your teachers, there is someone who has helped you get to this stage today. Make sure you take time tonight to thank that person. Buy them a coffee drink, take them out to dinner, or even maybe just write them a card. You can never say thank you too much. This is a big moment for us. We have looked forward to this day for a very long time. All the crying and stress we went through over these past 13 years have led to this moment. But also all the friendships we have made and fun memories and hope for the future has led to this day. Today is bittersweet. We are leaving behind a life we have known our whole lives and beginning a new chapter. Many of us may feel ready and excited for this new chapter, but it is also scary. It is really scary. But we will be okay. I can say that confidently. You will remember this day, this moment, for the rest of your life. Let's all just take a second to really immerse ourselves in this moment. Don't think about where you're going to eat after this, or if your hair looks okay in this cap. Instead, just take this moment to appreciate yourself and all the hard work and dedication you have put into this diploma you are about to receive. Give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. Let's take a moment to look back on the last 13 years of our lives. Think back to all the times you laughed so hard with your friends that your stomach ached and it hurt to smile. Think back to recess in elementary school and the crazy black magic rules that would be made for Foursquare. Try and remember your favorite teacher and something they did to make you feel special. And then also think back to the WAMS and WASHS meme pages. Try and remember that one day in winter when the weather is miraculously 50 to 60, even 70 degrees out, and it is just absolutely beautiful. There are no clouds, just blue skies, and everything is simply perfect. Everyone's seasonal depression fades away for just this one day, and life feels good again. I remember this day. It happens almost every year. I put down all the windows in my car, and I go and grab myself a coffee drink. Even the type of music I listen to on this day changes. It is more upbeat and fun, and it fits the day perfectly. And on this day, everyone will be outside. Memorial Park will be filled with people walking their dogs, playing tennis, basketball, pickleball, and even just sitting on benches talking. Everyone takes time out of their day to go outside and enjoy the day because they look at the weather forecast and they know the beautiful weather is only a one-day thing. We don't take this day for granted because we know how quickly it's going to go by. Treat life as you would treat this day. Anyone and everyone you meet will tell you how short this life goes by, so enjoy it. The next few years of our life are going to be stressful. We will be trying to figure out what we want to make out of our life. We'll be thrown into new situations we have never had to deal with before, so don't take for granted the time you have. And the last thing in my speech. In March, I visited Quincy Retirement Home because who else is better to give life advice than those who have already lived through most of it? I interviewed 4 residents, and I asked them each 5 questions. I'm going to summarize the answers I received because I think we can all learn something from them. Almost each resident mentioned furthering and pursuing your education. They advised us to keep learning, even after high school and after college for those who are going. They said you do not stop growing and learning even in the retirement home. Continue to grow as a person. They also said not to obsess over the things you don't have. Be happy and content with the things you do have. That will make you the luckiest person in the world. When I asked, what is something you took for granted in your life, many said their education. You can and will lose material objects throughout your life, but your knowledge can never be taken from you. They also advised us to ask our parents and guardians more about their experiences because they won't be around forever. A long life is not guaranteed, so don't take their guidance and support for granted. And they also wanted me to throw in, do not take advantage of clean air and water, because that will also not be around forever. Almost each person said friends, family, and spirituality will help you get through the hard times in life. You were dealt with what you could handle, so just roll through the punches and everything will work out in the end. They said when you're young, you think school is tying you down, but after school, something else will tie you down, whether that is marriage, jobs, kids, or maybe something else. So make the most out of what you have. Find time for yourself and your interests in the midst of life. The last advice I would like to share is take an art class, travel while you are young, and last but not least, listen to your mother. Thank you.
I will close in the same manner I have closed my remarks since 2022. In his book, The Last Lecture, Randy Pausch wrote, "Showing gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful things humans can do for each other." At this time, I would like to extend an opportunity to the class of 2024 to thank their family members, friends, and guests, as well as staff, teachers, and administrators who have impacted them during their educational careers. At this time, seniors, please stand, face the crowd so you can show your appreciation with a round of applause. Class of 24, it has been my privilege to be your principal for the past 3 years. A bright future awaits each of you and every one of you, and I look forward to see how each of you takes advantage of the opportunities, no matter how limited, that come your way. And remember, no matter where life takes you, you always have a place here in the borough. Congratulations. I now invite Assistant Superintendent Dr. Todd DeShong to join me at the podium. To the Board of School Directors, Dr. Sternerheim and Dr. DeShong, on behalf of the faculty and administration of the Waynesboro Area Senior High School, I certify that these members of the class of 2024 have satisfied the requirements for graduation and are eligible to receive their diplomas at this time.
Dr. McCallum, as the Assistant Superintendent of Waynesboro Area School District and the appointed representative of the Board of School Directors, it is my honor to accept a list of Waynesboro Area School District graduates for the class of 2024. By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Waynesboro Area School District, I do hereby certify and affirm in the presence of all here assembled that every senior has met or exceeded the graduation requirements established by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Waynesboro Area School District and is entitled to receive his or her diploma with all rights and privileges. Congratulations, class of 2024.
At this time, we will begin reading the names of our graduates. We ask that members of the audience hold their applause until after all graduates have received their diplomas. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the Class of 2024 Executive Council and student speakers. Class Executive Council members will then read the names of their classmates. Class President, Sophia Hazel Showalter. Vice President, Gracie May French. Secretary, Jake Andrew Brook. Treasurer, Benjamin Bradley Royer. Historian, Emma Riley Coulter. Class Speaker, William John Bolts.
Madeline Jane Stoops. Layla Kirsten Woodring. Jordan Elise Banky. Cassidy Christine Wheeler. Rachel Sylvia Elizabeth Hovis. Allison M. Hollingshead. Marianne Lee Horn. Kaylee Addison DeLauder. Emma Grace Sanders. Angel Mariah Theory. Titus I. Mung. Court Benjamin Myers. Chance W. Atkinson. Hector Gabriel. Joshua David Webb. Luke McNeil Lair. Madeline Elizabeth Early. Amaya Marie Bonebreak. James Lazendy Crutchfield. Xavier Joseph Mata. Luke Benjamin Dunlap. Lincoln Eric Gundacker. Caleb Brian Naylor. Peyton Scott Keller. Parker Mason Hall. Andrew John Soph. Michael Anselm Skihan. Aiden Noel Coulter. Maria Judithan Clement. Maya Jane Beck. Jada Nicole Krieger. Kylie Marie Long.
You may now be seated. Joel Carson Motes. Anna Danielle Enfuse. Aiden Michael Thompson. Weston Clark Mauer. Jami Grande. Amaya Mercedes Taylor. Sadie Lorelei Hall. Zoe Morgan Singry. Camden Michael Klaproth. Matthew Donald Emwald. Joseph David Dutton. Kellen Ray Stevens. Robin Faith Turner. Isabella Grace Ruffel. Danielle Louise McKean. Brianna Michelle Harmon. Mackenzie Lynn Mon. William Joel Campbell. Brenna Riley Dill. Gavin Paul Rhodes. Grant Lewis Thompson. Noah Michael Boxty. David Michael Wagner. Brandon Wesley Harvey. Josh Edwin Casey. Joshua Michael Bacrato. Sorry. Brett Alexander Neal. Daner Yosiner Vasquez Macario. Stone Tyson Taylor. Brenner Brooks McElwam. Carly Danielle Fosnot. Han Lee.
You may now be seated. Grace Caroline McLeaf. Kira Ashley M. Bonarigo. Madison Lee Tracy. Blake William Mickley. Caden Maurice Benjamin Mills. Abigail Elizabeth Berman. Isabella Ann Marie. Olivia McDonald. Kara Ann Rife. Ava Ruth Taylor. Mario Jr. Castillo Velasquez. Caden Wayne Shockey. Julian Luis Ward. Joel David Tope. Cadence Elizabeth Espinoza. Jennifer Cruz Romero. Stella Olivia Hyde. Isabella Catherine Moore. Zoe Ann Bakedel. Ada Brennan Cook. Aiden Anthony Gladfelter. Lena A. Moats. Zykira Leilana Miller. Janai Griffin. Trenton Eugene Bakner. Emma K. Gonzalez. Gabriel Lee Bowders. Emma Nicole Warren. Riley Ann Martin. Corey Russell Crow. Alexander Gabriel Dewald. Brian Thomas Shealy.
You may now be seated. Savannah Grace Brake. Haven Renee King. Zamaria Noel Monique Diggs. Kira Maurer. Isabel Grace Hess. Haven Ann Whittington. Alexis Jane Pearson. Abby K. Kurtz. Brett Angelo George. Landon David Balsley. Allison Marie Garling. Ellie Grace Canutas. Catherine Jane Grove. Riley Parker Bowles. Alyssa Jordan Walker. Riley Nicole Mayshock. Cheyenne Marie Brown. Haven Haley Rose Thorne. Abigail Mackenzie Boyd. Kata Barbara Seville. Chloe Grace Mon. Victoria Rose Short. Zoe Francis Van Gilder. Kirsten M. Ziegler. Skylar Elizabeth Klein. Jada Nicole Bond. Deja Nicole Barger. Kayla Marie McGee.
Paige Isabel Jewell. Desiree Erica Motes. Madison Paige Yeager. Natalie Jade Heaton.
I am not that person. Please be seated. Kaylin Celine Bowie. Colin Michael Young. Tanner Michael Barver. Logan Nicholas Clapsaddle. Tyler Lynn Karen. Seth Benjamin Dodson. Brendan Wade Monday. Kyler Martin Horn. Sorry. Kyle Landon Maldonado. Michael Caleb Carpenter. Cody Austin Morgan. Danielle Lynn Himes. Julia Grace Schatzer. Zoe Elizabeth Muck. Gabriella Elise Williams. Braden Grace McLean. Michaela Casey Shu. Zaria Nicole Miller. Claire Ray Honogroff. Alexis Bell Smith. Jordan Nicole Nelson. Aiden Shane Livengood. Hunter Thomas Rogers. Maddox D. Pryor. Michael Andrew Kalo. Riley James Smith. Alexander Stephen Cook. Catherine Renee Siri. Zachary Taylor Gonzalez. Mason Reed Gokenauer. Jacob Harvey Pryor. Juwan Allen Ballard.
You may now be seated. Sophie Grace Schatzer. Elizabeth Ann Snyder. Alexa Madeline Levick. Kaylee Brooke Whitmer. Annabella Francis Myers. Hunter Daniel Callan. John A. Miles, Jr. Jason Scott Hahn, Jr. Brendan Russell Eiler. Gage Alexander Blank. Timothy Dar Snyder. Jacob Stanley Verdon. Nicholas Asher Basta. Dalton James McKean. Elena Nicole Monk. Jennifer Sharon Curley. Kellen Roger Smith. Abigail Grace McElroy. Alexandra Elizabeth Monk. Jacob Glenn Kimple.
Jacob.
Jared Allen Kimple.
Jared.
Sierra Marie Carbaugh. Shay Christopher Kaleo. Colin Jackson Gohegan. Joseph Leroy Han. Alexander Wyatt Sheasley. Natalie Marie Munoz. Kalani Lynn Millot. Carly Elizabeth Brown. Zariah Frankie Ray Schaefer. Donovan D. Hammond. Molly Jane Childers.
You may now be seated. Garrett Joseph Reaver. Maria Lupita Rodriguez Ramirez. Alyssa Marie Souders. Kirsten Kessler. Shaylin Danae Reichard. Sierra Lynn Ray. True Faith Benshoff. Destiny Alexandria McGee. Dakota Souders. Donviel Eduardo Perel. Noel Castillo. Patrick Jason Pilichowski. Caleb Barry Adams. Sawyer Abram Miller. Danielle Marie Drumheller. Peyton Alexandra Fitz. Gracie Leanne Wance. Alyssa Marie Flasher. Mackenzie Renee Bittinger. Chloe Ann Bittinger. Jeremy Grisson. Jacob Taylor Ulrich. Adam Golden. Cameron Eric Mills. Dylan Jet Hazlett. Dakota Bailey Cadeau. Anthony Daniel Cannon. Mia Paige Oldham. Brianna Robinson. Abby Lee Schilling. Leah Nicole Shank. Frederick Isaiah Anderson.
You may now be seated. Skylar Marie Myers. Gloria Angel Marie Kaiser. Myrisha Nicole Tichy. Dakota Lee Curtis. Emily Sue Knott. Annabelle Ray Lutz. Jenna M. Dobson. Mary E. Schlotterbeck. J. Riley Kelly. Ashlyn Faith Carball. Cody Allen McMullen. Brandon Lee Welsh. Wesley James Van Meter. Cameron Drew Schatzer. Camden Lee Schatzer. Landon Bailey Greenwalt. Noah F. Tracy. Skylar Jade Dacey. Dawson Hunter Diffenderfer. Kyle Ronald Hahn. Logan Aaron Lowens. Lexi K. Hess. Riley Thomas Reed. Kyle Robert Lewis. Daisy Marie Mays Hart. Isabel Renee Fletcher. Ava Noel Carter. Juliet Summer Carter. Ava Lee McGross. Grayson Robert McGross. Isaac Baserto Bautista. Connor James Smith.
You may be seated. Owen Edward Long. Adam Princeton Minnick. Sophia K. Dobby. Dustin Allen Pryor. Sorry. Sophia K. Dobby. Louisa Marie Marlin Corporon. Adelina Jade Noble. Kaylee Ann Oberholzer. Orlando Valentine. Gavino Carter Montiel. Braylon David Kaysen. Joshua C. Sanders. Jason Gage Knoll. Riley M. Keckler. Abby Nicole Harrison. Emily Rose Nye. Josiel Violet Slemmer. Haley Santos. Jonathan Noah Graham. Hunter Lynn Powell. Timothy W.S. Eiler. Ethan Michael Walker. Shayna Michelle Strickland. Austin Lee Bolden. Clayton Taylor Costello. Angelina Ann Dickerson. Kendall Ray Mooney. Robin Reed Davis. Melissa May Ray. It's not on the paper. Eli Hurley. Robin Reed Davis. Elena Yvonne Marshall.
Please be seated. Gabrielle Rose Strasser. Emily Faith Calhoun. Jaden Allison Hoover. Jonathan Anton Horvath. Medea Alexis Mowers. Leon A. Bachmiller. Emily Blake Cobbs. Rowan Stella Newman. Paxton Snyder. Please be seated.
Gotta make sure I look good. Okay. At this time, class of 2024, please rise. The class of 2024 accepts the diplomas. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2024. We did it.
You want me to grab your binder? Sure.